everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, I have a guest with me, and he's going to be introducing himself shortly. And today, we are going to be talking about the season so far and everything Arsenal. Stay tuned as we continue. Okay, over to you, my guests. Can you introduce yourself?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm Linus, top Arsenal fan, and I'm glad to be here to discuss everything Arsenal with you.
Amazing, amazing. So I have a lot of things I wanted to talk about today. I have had a lot of people in my comment sessions, everything bantering. It's been crazy. So
Yeah.
you're gonna tell me, what do you think of our season so far?
Well, it's not been the best right now compared to our last two seasons actually, but again we've had tougher fixtures. We had to play Man City away, Aston Villa away, Chelsea away, Liverpool at home. We had injuries, we had three red cards.
Mm,
What a tough way to begin the season. But I think we didn't collapse. If it was Arsenal of 3 4 years ago, I'm sure by right now would be somewhere with Manchester United down down the table. But I think Ateta has shown the resilience that he has always wanted the team to exhibit, and yeah, it's a good one. Yeah,
yeah, I also personally think that this season will not get worse. Like it cannot get worse than it already is.
yeah,
We've had like the worst situations, like you said, the red cards and the injuries and everything. So I believe that it cannot get like much more worse than it already is. So
yeah.
what do you think? What do you think we need as a team to get this season back on track?
Um, I think personally, when Odegaard, got that injury for me, I thought that the team was going to cope, which I mean they did very well. But the last 3 4 games, it's clear that we lacked that creativity.
Mm,
And the last game against Chelsea, you saw that we played, a very fluid football and all of that. Again, I think in the summer we missed an opportunity to bring a top striker, which is a conversation every Arsenal fan is having. And with our last our previous forms has been just terrible, to be honest. But I think January we must sign a striker, a deadly one, someone that like, okay, striker is in this game. And not to take anything away from Kai Havertz, he has done fantastically well. And but yeah, I think we need another creative player, and but the top striker is should be our priority, to be
so
honest.
do you
Yeah,
think that it will be a game changer when we get like a striker in the January window?
a top striker,
It,
absolutely
a
yes.
top striker.
And Osimhen would be
Emphasis
fantastic.
Osimhen, you think?
Yes. Osimhen is what? Yes, I think Osimhen should be good. I'm seeing Isaac too. He would be a very great. The guy is tall. The guy is quick. The guy can dribbles. He's like an Arsenal kind of player. I mean, our number
Mm,
14 jersey is still empty, so I think he would
mm.
fit that perfectly. But a top striker, most preferably Premier League proven. But someone like Osimhen, to be honest, I think Osimhen would
I
boss
think
it. I don't
Osimhen
know.
will do great in Premier League with a club like Arsenal as the striker.
Of course, yes,
Okay,
because
well,
he can give us what Kai Havertz is not giving us. All right,
and
defenders, yeah,
exactly what is Kai
defenders.
Havertz lacking?
Kai Havertz lack that threat. When I mean threat, like our game against Liverpool, I noticed that Van Dijk was so comfortable that, okay, if it was the area balls, they would body it together. He's good in that, but he wasn't a threat at post, right? But someone like Osimhen, you would know that he will body you, he would hustle, he would press from the front line. So I really think so. I really think someone of that pedigree. Yeah.
Okay, well, I do have my reservations about Victor Osimhen, but
Okay.
I think I agree that we might need a striker soon. Okay, but I don't know if a striker will solve the problem, because like we spoke about in our last video, we said we didn't have problems with scoring goals
Yeah,
last season. We always
yeah,
like had our goals. I
yeah,
think that it was the lack of creativity, the thing that Odegaard was doing for us so
yeah,
much that
yeah,
we were not able to replicate in the last few games.
yeah,
Because we lacked Odegaard, and there is nobody so far that could have fit into Odegaard's profile for
yeah,
us, that could do what Odegaard was doing, no matter
yeah,
how much they tried. So I think these are the things we lacked in the last few games, personally,
yeah,
and that
yeah,
made our goal scoring really, really poor. We barely
yeah.
scored any goal. We
I
just
know.
always scored like one. Like, it was frustrating
Yeah,
completely.
yeah,
Anyway, but then I also think that if we want to keep like a pick up this season, we need to a run. Like, our team needs to go on a winning streak. Like, we need
yeah,
to go back to back on the bounce without losing any, because even as a fan, it gets frustrating. You know that, okay, your team is not where they are, they've had difficulties, they've gone through stuff, but as a fan, you need something to give you the joy. We cannot go week in week out without like a win and all the stuff. Like, we need to go on a winning streak. We need to
yeah,
show them that we are the Arsenal. You get, like, this we are not mediocre teams. Like, we know what we are here for the win, or we are here for the taking. I think that if we're able to start like going on a winning streak, that we will get our confidence back and we
yeah.
will do better as a team.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I
Anyway,
agree with you.
so there's this news I wanted us to talk about. Edu, who has recently resigned from the club. How did you react to this news? How did it affect you? What do you think of it?
I was so surprised, to be honest, because the last time, I heard him speak was that deadline transfer when he signed a Sterling. And it feels like this guy was going to be around for the next at least 5 years. I mean, he loves
Mm-hmm.
the club, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, he has done so much, so well too. So I was really shocked, to be honest. I was. But I think it's a decision that he made for himself. I think it is a personal decision, probably a professional one. But I was so shocked, and I'm like, okay, then it's fine. We move on. I mean, he has done his part. Another person would come and do his too. So yeah,
Did you see this? So there was a rumor around his resignation that he wanted like more power in Arsenal. He wanted to be able to have links in Brazil, in other like North American countries, to support like very young talent, like the way other clubs do have. But he was not fully supported to do that. Do you think that if this rumor is true, this is one of the reasons he probably left?
hmm. I doubt. I really doubt this rumor, to be honest. But if it is true, I mean, he was handling the transfers, I think, mostly by himself. Because when we watched the All or Nothing documentary, we saw how he was fully in charge, right? They just communicate with Mikel and they ask, okay, what do you want? Is it who you want? Then they go for him. But I doubt the rumor, but I think that it is more personal. Many people are, and there is a rumor which I believe is the money. uh, and I mean a higher position. But you see, with a club like Arsenal, you can't have a lot of power, to be honest. It's a big club.
Mm,
So
mm,
one person having
okay.
all the power can really, really, be damaging in some type of way. But
Mm.
yeah,
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, I personally found, to me it was really shocking news when I
yeah,
heard that. It was like, why? What happened? Like, did something go wrong? But like you said, maybe he was motivated by the money, by a higher position, and
yeah,
he's human after all.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
So this another thing I want us to talk about, which I believe is like the final stuff is on my list, is: do you think that the title race is over for us?
I will say it confidently, no.
No.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a
I,
bold statement.
yes, I know. But this is the reason, okay? Among the top clubs right now, nobody has faced the opponents that we have. Many people are saying, oh, you can only beat what is in front of you. Yes, I agree. But having to go Aston Villa away, Man City away, um, I mean, the Bournemouth game, we shouldn't lose that game. All right. The Newcastle one, I think those ones happen. But I think we've had tougher opponents. Now, those top clubs right now will now start to face their own top opponents in the next, 10 games as well. So this is the thing. I strongly believe that to be honest, it's not over for us. I mean, you can say, oh, we are 9 points behind Liverpool. If it was City, I would be like, oh no. But it's Liverpool. And even City, they're having a bad game,
I think so. They have a
a
bad
bad time
season
right
now.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah. And Liverpool, let's be honest, they've been, I know of 3 games that they just won
by chance.
by chance. Okay, so yes, you need that luck, sometimes to get you to win the league. But writing us off, I don't think so. But I mean, many people are laughing at us
Mm,
right now, but they know deep down their heart that when this Arsenal team picks up, they know that something big would happen. So
mm.
in all honesty, I'm not giving up. I predicted before the season started that Arsenal are going to win the league, and I still stand by that confidently. I
I
still
like the
stand by
fact that you're really, really bold. I am not as bold as you are.
I listen. Now, the reason for me, right, why I'm this confident is I've seen what Mikel has done with this team, and now he has had. Okay, imagine if this team was what we had last season, and we're going through this run. How would we have coped with our defense?
Mm,
Calafiori, Timber, these guys, they've gone on injury, but they've, come back and play 1 or 2 games and all. Imagine if it was last season, we would have collapsed. Believe me,
mm.
we would have.
Because
So
we
many
didn't have
people,
enough boys.
yeah, many people are complaining, oh, Ateta is buying a lot of defenders, but we see why he did that. If not,
Hmm.
we would have been, no, I would have given up long enough. But right now, I know that we are going to go on a run. I am I am confident. It's just 11 games. The season, the league is not won in November. No, it's in May, and we'll be there.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
I hope we will be there.
yeah,
Okay, but then also there's, because the fans are frustrated, they've been
yeah.
shouting Ateta out. Do you think that firing Ateta and bringing in a new manager at this point will do something better for us?
Um, I think I just described those kind of people as emotional fans. They are not logical. All right. Um, I was discussing with a Man U fan, and the Man U fan was telling me, "Oh, Eric Ten Hag has had better season than Ateta," and I'm saying, "Okay, but you cried for him to leave, so and he's better than Ateta. If he's better than Ateta, then you shouldn't sack him." Okay. Now, this is my confidence that Ateta, this thing we're discussing now that we're frustrated. 3 years ago, we wouldn't have been frustrated because our target was to get top four.
Top
All
four.
right.
Mm.
But 2 seasons ago and last season, Ateta he restored our joy. He restored I've been an Arsenal fan for like 22 years. Okay. I've seen my team, I've seen, I've cried for this team. But the confidence I have right now, anybody calling for Ateta sack is just being emotional, or maybe he has sentiments, or I mean he doesn't like Ateta, or he's not playing a player that they would like.
Or he's
Is
watching the back of his screen.
obviously. But I mean, Ateta has done a fantastic job. Sacking Ateta, no, will be crazy. Teams will come rushing for him if we make
Uh
that
I
mistake.
said the same thing.
Yeah,
If he leaves, if Ateta, because if anything makes Ateta leave, it's our loss. It's not his
100%,
loss. 100%
100%.
our loss. Because who do you
Yeah,
want to bring that is as good? It is his first time being a manager,
yeah.
and he's doing this fantastic job.
And he had to handle the pressure from the fans, from the
Yeah.
media.
And
No,
then
he
you
has.
take him to another team, we would cry
Yeah,
for
we
letting
would
him go.
we would be back to our banter eras, to be honest, if he
And
leaves.
I don't want to go back there.
I know, I know, I know. Yeah,
Finally, do
yeah.
you think that to keep our hopes alive, we need to win a trophy like that, either the Carabao, the Champions League? I'm not going to say that we cannot, but we are playing various games, various competitions now. Do you think we need to at least win one of these trophies to keep us, on our best frame of mind?
Absolutely. I
Yes.
think Ateta knows that he needs to win a trophy now. It doesn't matter whether it's Carabao, FA Cup, or I mean the least, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because the pressure, I'm sure he knows that the pressure is mounting because
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
for the last 2 seasons we've gone for the title, and last season we just lost by 2 points, right?
Yeah.
So he knows, and that is why if you watch our last Carabao game, you see the players that he lined up, 70%
Yeah,
of them
yeah,
were the
yeah,
regular starters. So he
yeah,
knows that, okay, we need a trophy. So yes, 100% we need a trophy. I would prefer the Premier League. Personally, I would prefer the Premier League, and the Champions League wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, we're
yeah,
not having a good run in the Champions League, most especially away from home. But I love this format, and I don't love this format of Champions League, but I love this format because you get to play different kinds of teams. And if you want to know the true test and the character of your team, you need to test around Europe. So, but I'm confident that we would win. And Ateta knows that's one thing I'm sure he knows, that we need at least a trophy, at least to
yeah.
relieve of us
Pressure.
of the pressure. There are some fans that they won Carabao Cup and FA Cup, and one guy was saying he's the second best in the league after Guardiola. So those kinds of things. So
Yeah,
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 we
yeah.
definitely need
We know who
a
they
trophy.
are. Yeah, I completely agree that we do need a trophy to boost our morale and to
Yeah,
keep us going as a team.
yeah.
And with that, it's a wrap. Thank you very much for joining me today.
You're welcome.
And thank you everyone for watching till the end. I am the Arsenal girl, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Do that.
Peace.
Bye.